What's up, everybody? We are back with our weekly thoughts episode. Obviously, James is away this week. He's gone on holiday, so I am roping in surprise people to help me out on the pod. And we've got, for a second appearance on Every Week We Follow, the wonderful, the one and only S.O.T.V.
Last resort.
No, planned, and because backed by popular demand, my ad, you were...
Yes, I have been requested by one man at work. Big shout out to Naz. You're the best. Such a nice guy. Love him to bits. And he was like, when are you going on the pod again? Because I want to see you on there. So here I am, just for you.
Today's episode, obviously, we've had quite an emotional week in the Villa fandom, you know, from the euphoria of Thursday to the disappointment of yesterday. But we've got stuff to look forward to. Liverpool on Friday. And, of course, the big one, Istanbul, baby. 20th of May in Istanbul. Put your hand up if you're going.
You're not going. You're not going.
This guy.
I told you you're not going.
Anyway, we can talk about that in a bit. So,
absolute nightmare.
With the emotions of this week, my one young S.O.T.V, beautiful wife, go and follow her.
Do you want to explain the S.O.T.V thing? Because everyone, like, if you don't know what it's about, which you won't, you'll just think I'm shitting on the Villa.
Oh, like, you take centre stage,
and I'm not.
Wonderful wife.
Okay, so Gary has quite a big following on TikTok, and I go on and moderate the lives, you know, to make sure there's no idiots in the comments. And quite often we get an idiot in the comment, and the idiots say S.O.T.V because that's just the best insult ever, isn't it? Shit on the Villa.
Very original.
So we decided, with the help of two of his wonderful followers, Gemma and Carl at the Villa, they were both like, Sarah's on the Vino, S.O.T.V. So I created this S.O.T.V TikTok so that when he gets an S.O.T.V comment, I can go, thanks for the mention. And we're flipping the script on the hate because we don't want any hate around here.
But it's not just on the Vino, isn't it? We're using the V for...
Oh, Sarah's on the Valium this week since I found out he's going to bloody Istanbul. Seriously. Logistical nightmares.
Yes, it's fair to say, of course, a little bit of a logistical explosion now. But it's...
Just got a daughter going through GCSEs, a family holiday to navigate, a child who needs 24/7 care. But apart from that, yeah, you just fly to Istanbul.
I'm sure all the
no problem, I'll sort it.
When she explains it that low, I feel so bad. It's not going to stop me from going, but I feel so bad.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll feel really bad until you're there at that ground.
Look, I'm going to have a very difficult day that day. I've got to get up at 6 a.m. No, I've got to fly.
You find the world's tiniest violin.
Yeah, look, I've got to fly at 6 a.m. on the day of the game. I've got to spend all day watching the game, obviously, and spending it with the wonderful Villa fans out in Istanbul. And then I've got to go straight back to the airport from the game to fly back. And then
seriously,
I've got to drive to the family holiday that I'm leaving.
Oh, you poor thing.
I mean, but someone sympathise with the pain, people. I'm not going to get a lot of sympathy.
Definitely not.
No,
not from me anyway.
This
doesn't go with my outfit either. Mr. Orange's adventures.
But there's a little story about this. This little bad boy is coming to Istanbul with me. There's no two ways about that. He's going to be centre stage. Obviously, for those of you that follow us on TikTok, this has had a little bit of a, I don't know,
unnecessary
a growth thing because it spent some time in the background, but it wants to come to the foreground now. So this is why it's here. Sarah wanted the different coloured one, but there we go.
Anyway, I'm wearing this shirt. This one.
Representing.
Because this is the shirt I wore on Thursday.
It was, wasn't it?
And you know what happened on Thursday, don't you?
Yeah. So, yeah, actually, let's talk about that because you were at the game.
Yeah. Thanks, Pete. I'm really sorry you were poorly, but I loved having your ticket.
And I'm not going to lie, right? Thursday was made even more special by the fact that you were there.
Oh, thanks.
It was, well, look, I think...
those celebrations were something special.
Well, let's before we get into celebrations,
okay.
let's just talk about the highlights of this week for me around this game, right? Because Sarah and I have been together 20 years, right? And it's fair to say for 19 of those years, Sarah has pretty much hated football because it's kind of been at the forefront of our relationship.
Well, when your kids are little and your husband's prioritising football over any kind of helping you whatsoever,
Whoa!
it's easy to resent it.
Why are we going to deep counselling session here? Any help whatsoever?
Honestly, when we
took
our marriage vows, it was you know, I promised to love and honour and obey, but after the Villa, it was like love, honour, obey, but in his mind it was like Aston Villa and then the wife and then the kids, right?
As I'm sure most of you Villa fans will appreciate. I'm sure that we could start a wives club maybe where you can all get together and tell the stories of how devastating you shit your husbands were.
So I've been a football widow for 20 years. But since you've started this and you've been really enjoying yourself and your mental health has improved, not to go, deep, but I'm really grateful to it.
100%. And the mental health thing will go deeper in at a later episode because I am going to tell the story. I think it's important that we do. So stay tuned for that. But this week, obviously we'll get into the game in a second about Thursday. Euphoric, right? Now, when we got back on Thursday evening, I was buzzing my tits off, right? I was so vibed, right? I was just like, oh my God, I'm so wired. I didn't even have anything to eat at the ground because I was just busy talking to people beforehand. So
you managed to get a beer in though, didn't you?
I did get a beer in. So I came back absolutely ravenous. So I whacked some nuggets in the air fryer with some chips. And so I was like, I'm exhausted, I'm going to bed. It's like, no problem, I'll be up after I finish this. And then obviously I watched the highlights because why wouldn't you, right? And I just had to watch them twice because I was in such a euphoric kind of state of affairs that it didn't go in, it didn't feel real. It was all a bit of a dream. And then by the time I come to bed, it was about 1:30. And I came up and as I opened the door, what am I wonderful sight beholds me in my bedroom? It's not that. I know what you were thinking, right? It's Sarah watching the game, like the whole game. Like she's got it. Like I've waited 20 years for that. It's
such a good game.
She's perfect anyway, but the fact that she's like now taking an active interest in the Villa is.
But it was such a good game.
It was such a good game. So
I wouldn't be rewatching Burnley. Just saying.
Yeah, that was.
Or Spurs.
And there you go.
Or Fulham.
Oh, Fulham. Right. So that was probably one of my highlights for you to come back to. Obviously, the euphoria of the game, and I've put videos out and people have seen that. But from your perspective, that was your first experience of Villa Park on a big European night.
Yeah, I guess it was, wasn't it?
What did you think?
Well, I mean, first of all, the fans just. Well, the fans didn't disappoint, did they? It would have been quite easy coming out of the previous game into because everyone was so depressed and upset about that one. And then we get to the Spurs game. And then we get to Villa Park and it was just like when they were warming up, it was just rocking, wasn't it? And the flags were shit. We thought the flags were fucking awful. But when the flags got going, like it just. And then obviously we lost our voices, didn't we?
Still have
yours hasn't come back yet. But we gave it absolutely everything, and that was the standout for me, was that what a difference a fan base can make too. Because James had been on Sky with that absolute arrogant
Nottingham Forest
woman, Nottingham Forest fan.
How's that humble pie, sweetheart?
Arrogance. Like, why the arrogance? We can't be arrogant about this. We ain't won it yet. But we're going to next week. Anyway, not arrogant, just, hopeful, and they can do it, right? Because we've seen that performance last week. But the crowd, she said, sorry, back to that. She said on Sky that you're going to hear the fans, and I didn't hear a single fan. And I think they were all gone by about minute 75 or something.
Well, once the fourth goal went in the 80th minute.
No hate to the fans, but hate to Kate because you were arrogant. No. I'm only joking.
No, to be fair, like you get good and bad in all right. And
but the atmosphere, I've never, ever, ever felt an atmosphere like that before. Apart from the Eras tour. But, this is Villa, so.
Gotta get that
Taylor Swift.
That T-Swivel in there. Fair play. Taylor Swift was amazing at Wembley. Yeah, I think it. You know what? There's a little bit of frustration for me after that because when I've experienced things like that at Villa Park, which I have done over the years, right, numerous times, which has been amazing. I kind of ask the question: how do we get that every week? I know it's a lot to ask, right? But because every game doesn't have that meaning.
Tell you what, though, I heard the fans start to finish at Burnley yesterday on TV.
Oh, the away fans are.
The away fans are something else, aren't they?
Well, you have a collective of 3,000 people that follow them week in, week out, and those are the best fans.
Yeah, but you do normally hear the home fans, but
no,
it was just
it was just Villa fans.
Just Villa. Yeah. That was incredible too to hear that.
You know, and this is what I'm talking about. I get frustrated with the lack of desire and passion. So, look, Thursday though was absolutely euphoric. I don't think I've had a better night at Villa Park, and the fact that you were there was unreal. And we're going to Istanbul, and it doesn't quite feel real yet. It's been a few days, and I was hoping that we could top off the week with a perfect performance. Well, not a perfect performance, but a perfect kind of result week, I guess, and beat Burnley yesterday, and it wasn't to be. And
it's a shame because you could be relaxing now, right, and going into the final and enjoy it. No, you would never enjoy it, but it's a shame that Champions League isn't yet secured.
Yeah, it is, and it could be. And I think James and I spoke about this last night on the we did a pod obviously about the game. For me, it's a case of you want to put yourself in the best possible position to win the Europa League, right? It's a fantastic opportunity, but we can't be arrogant about it. On paper, we should beat Freiburg in the final. They are 7th in the Bundesliga. You know, they haven't had an amazing season. They've been better in Europe, but it's a cup final, and they're going to. It's their chance to get into the Champions League as well. They're going to throw everything at it, and if we don't do the same, there's no guarantee we win this game. We have to put in the same performance that we put in on Thursday.
Yeah.
If we do that, we should beat them comfortably. Right? We should absolutely beat them comfortably. And then Sunday, where you go and see a performance that is nowhere near the level that's required against the Burnley side that haven't won in 26 games. They're relegated. And
they still haven't won. You keep saying this, but they didn't beat us.
Well, yeah, but it'll feel like a victory for them. But they were arguably the better side.
Yeah, fair play to them.
Now, I didn't see the first half, unfortunately, because I was with our daughter in the middle of work.
The first half of the first half was shocking. So much so, I thought, hang on, are we in claret and blue? Because
love that.
The first half of the first half was absolutely, they were all over it. They had the possession. I was like, hang on a minute, this is supposed to be an easy win. What's going on? But the second half of the first half was looking much better. And to be honest, I think we just got really unlucky yesterday.
Well,
I think I'd like to go back to Thursday first, but let's get to that in a minute because my meatball's having a load of love on this. Right.
Load of love.
My meatball. Meatball should have got me yesterday too. And that should have been a penalty. Buendia's boot came off. His literal boot came off. I was like, surely they're going to, I know you've done this already, but surely they're going to look at this in a second. And they never did. And then
it's a poor decision.
Yeah.
And they've come out today. They've come out today and said they made a mistake, which
they have. They said that last night.
Which is annoying. And look, yes, it probably should have been a penalty.
Stamped on his foot.
Yeah.
And his heel at the back.
I know, but
took his boot off.
I'm not disputing that, but the game should never have been 2-2. We should. The fact of the matter is we've now got for the third season in a row individual mistakes costing us in key moments. So
Emi Martinez mistake, that was bad. He just rolled it out to the striker's feet.
Yeah,
and then they got that goal.
Yeah, it's poor goalkeeping.
Ollie with his offside.
That's the mistake. It shouldn't be offside. He's behind the ball.
Yeah,
I've watched it, but I thought Ollie played well yesterday.
Ollie was great yesterday.
And I've got to give him his flowers again. Another goal. Come on, Ollie.
It's really hard at the moment.
Yeah,
working super hard.
He's in form. He's stepped up, and that's brilliant. But the goals we conceded yet again yesterday are two individual errors. Emi Martinez and Matty Cash. And it's the timing of it. We've just gone 2-1 up. So even though we haven't been brilliant, we've managed to get our noses in front. Right, we should be and should have the experience to know not to give stupid goals away. We all know in football, when you've just scored a goal, you're vulnerable because you switch off, you've got the euphoria of scoring, and Matty Cash dwelling on the ball, just fucking hit it down the pitch.
Mate, it was 2-1. I was like, right, I can go and get my fish fingers now.
We're winning. It's fish fingers time.
2-1 up. There's no way they're going to throw this now. Come back into the living room and Abby goes, yeah, Mum, they've scored again. I went, you what?
Yeah.
2-2.
It was disappointing.
Unbelievable.
And we were watching that on the way back from Ivers football, and it sank a little bit. And then after they equalised, we didn't really create anything majorly. We had a couple of decent moments.
But you know what? I don't think you should dwell on this.
No, I'm not going to.
It is what it is.
I've calmed down a little bit. I was fuming yesterday.
I genuinely, I've submitted my prediction for Liverpool 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
I think we need to win.
I think we could. I think we can win.
Okay, you've gone 1-1 early.
Well, I've gone 1-1 early.
No, I'll wait for the press conference from Unai Emery and see what the squad is before I pick my team, before I pick my result.
Well, you know, I'm just not that good at form and stuff, so I just threw it in there.
I know, but one of us is going to Istanbul,
Liverpool,
and one of us is top of the predictor on analysis still.
I don't know how you're getting away with that, to be honest.
Because it's difficult to
you
predict
haven't predicted a good
I haven't predicted the result since we beat Sunderland. But no one else is, which just shows how hard it is to predict games of football, right?
I'm joint 32nd out of the villains.
That's pretty cool.
All right, but you're first. I get it. Whatever.
I'm miles ahead for the Villa ones.
Miles ahead. All right, Mr. Orange Adventures.
I know. So yeah. Anyway, right. So you're right. We shouldn't dwell on it. Fundamentally, none of this will matter. If we win the Europa League, none of it will matter.
We did all right. It wasn't like terrible. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about, but it wasn't.
I think you know more than
terrible performance yesterday.
I was
They were just unlucky.
I was disappointed with the. I guess allowing
the changes.
The changes. I know. Look, I've had a bit of a message.
Because Maatsen wasn't great.
Yeah, I've had a bit of a message debate with someone on YouTube today about it, because he was like, you know, they. Similar to you, it was an okay performance, and I said, well, you know, and Emery never goes for it first half, and he doesn't usually, but he can when it matters. He did on Thursday, right? And I just felt that if he'd have started the same team that played Thursday, right, with a little bit of momentum to go at Burnley for the first half, go and absolutely batter them. This is a team that's down, they're out, they're kind of, you know, get yourselves in front.
No, it doesn't work like that, Gary. People who are down, people who are down, we're never very good against ever. Wolves beat us.
Yeah, but
Burnley. Go on.
Listen to my point, right? The fact of the matter is, when we keep changing our back four, right, and it just unsettles us. So we make silly mistakes, like the first goal, right? Even it's Emmy's poor save, but Mings, Maatsen don't react, and it's a simple tap in, right? And I just think when you come up from a high like Thursday, those players would have been absolutely buzzing their tits off, right? And you just want to go again, like you just want. And and it's just disappointing with how big that would have been yesterday. If we'd have won the game and the pressure that takes off, we could have gone into that Liverpool game on Friday not needing anything really, right? And rest the players so they're fit and fresh for that final. Now we've got to go more or less full strength to try and get a result against Liverpool. And that runs the risk of players getting injured. And players won't want to get injured because they're going to want to play in the cup final, right? Now, I'm sure Emery will probably, I don't know, make interesting choices for that team. We'll see and we'll do a review of that later on in the week. But I don't know. I guess I'm so nervous yet excited that we're so close to something great that don't fuck it up now. And we keep fucking. We've had 3 brilliant chances to qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah, but look at the season. Like, would you have expected to be here 3 years ago, 5 years ago? No.
Oh,
ever in your life? No.
No, of course not.
This is the best moment.
Yes.
Right. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is the best moment in Villa history that you've ever had, right?
Yeah.
And you're 46 years old. Wow. Nearly half a century you've been on this planet, right?
Fucking mad days.
Okay. And this is the moment, right? You know what I always say about being anxious about things and being nervous about things? Being anxious makes you suffer twice. You're going to suffer now because you're nervous about the game. You're going to suffer if you lose, so you'll suffer twice. If you just take all of this in your stride, enjoy the ride, right? Enjoy the fact that you're ditching your family and going to Istanbul next week. You're in a major tournament final. We are in a major tournament final in Europe. And just enjoy that instead of moaning all the time. Then you won't suffer at all because we're going to win, baby.
Anyone would think that Sarah's got a degree in psychology. Do you ever feel in your life, boy?
Not much to do with it, to be honest.
It is.
No, it hasn't.
No, it is. It's the way.
Common sense.
No, common sense. Do you ever feel like a guinea pig in your relationship? Right, because
do you ever feel like your wife knows exactly what you're thinking all of the time?
And yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I think it's because I just want it so much.
Yeah,
you know,
and passionate, you care. And I get it.
And I want us to go to the next level. And these little mistakes that we keep seeing over even at the course of Unai Emery's tenure. Although,
do you want to be Arsenal? Let's just ride high every single week and win everything.
Oh God, no, I don't want to be Arsenal.
You don't want to be Arsenal. He's only spent, what is it, 30 million or something?
Yeah.
And Arsenal have spent about 200
million.
By the way, those numbers are incorrect.
Yeah, they're not factual.
They're not factual. That's just me off the top of my head. But basically,
also, Arsenal have won nothing, so it'd be better off doing Man City. Yeah.
Man City can spend what they want to get players who don't make mistakes. We're the underdogs. We're the team that can't spend all that money, and we're still doing it.
I know. Look, you're absolutely right. We have been phenomenal in the last 4 seasons.
You, Meatball is not losing that game. He's not losing that game next week.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that because his post-match reaction was pretty cool, actually, where he said, "We're going to win this, whatever it takes," and that's kind of what I want to hear.
That's what you
from your captain, right?
That's what you want to hear from Emery, but he's not that manager.
No, I know.
He's cool, calm, collected. He sees everything. He's got the big picture in mind, and you've just got to trust him.
Yeah, but
it's difficult.
But he has to realise there's neurodivergent people following the Villa, and that's not good for that. We need structure and routine, and we need to know what the fuck is going on.
But you want it. You want it to be like this. This is what being a football fan's all about. You've got to ride high, and then you have to be brought back down to earth. You have to. What's the point in fucking just being up there the whole time? You never get the thrill of the right. If you've been on a roller coaster, what's the best bit?
Yeah, the dip. And
then you go, oh, anticipation. Oh my God, we're at the pinnacle. Oh, yeah. I don't know what I'm on about, do I? But I'm just saying.
Sarah's roller coaster analogy will be available on all good media outlets.
I'd just love you to enjoy it a bit more, that's all.
No, I know.
Instead of being the stressed that you are.
Yeah, I know.
You know, we've got to keep you healthy.
Yeah, it's not good for my blood pressure or anything. And I think we all know from if you watch the pod that it's the PTSD that kills me from not getting over the line. And this is the moment. It's such a crucial moment.
Move forward.
Yeah, it's easier said than done. Like this, look, she's been involved in it less than 12 months. She's fucking saying that. Like when 40 years.
True. I used to sit in the North Stand when I was a kiddo. With my dad.
That's true.
On a juvenile ticket, £5.50. I used to go home with my
boys
grandpa.
and girls, for those of you that don't know what the word juvenile means, it's basically child ticket, okay? Because that's old terminology.
That's old terminology, yeah. God, I'm old.
We're all together. Smashing it.
Anyway, Meatball ain't losing that final.
Look,
and you're going to be there to witness it. I think you've just got to take a step back and go, how fucking lucky am I?
Yeah. And do you know what? You're absolutely right, because I mentioned this in that, and I know this is an Arsenal reference again, but Tom Hiddleston was on Sky Sports because he's an Arsenal fan, and he was talking about what a privilege pressure is. And I think, you know, and I realised this after talking to Lee, the Burnley fan who came on the podcast on Friday, and like, here's me complaining about, you know, not qualifying for the Champions League or, you know, and being in a European final, and they're going back down to the Championship.
Well, you know what you know what the great Taylor Swift says.
Come on, I'm sure that.
Right, no, this applies to football. It does, I promise.
It does. Well, yeah, it's true. She's married to an athlete.
If you feel pressure, it means you're rising.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's very much in this social media journey to feel that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? When you start getting all the grief from people.
If you feel pressure, it means you're growing in some way. This is getting very philosophical and
again psychological
yeah,
degree. So she just picks things apart and guinea pigs, and it's fine. We'll get there. Let us know in the comments. Oh, by the way, because I completely forgot, because it's Sarah, she distracts me. And if you are still here on 25 minutes, please hit that like, hype, and subscribe button. It's Monday, so they've all refreshed, and we need all the support. We have hit 2,000 subscribers in the last week, which is just mind blowing. That was our goal for this season. Please, help us grow. We'd love the goal for next season and beyond. We're going to be doing World Cup Studies to get to 5K and so forth. Can we do it? It's a massive, massive kind of challenge, but we're hoping as it starts to spitball, you guys will join us on the journey. And so, yeah, please do hit that subscribe button.
And we love every single one of you, because the people, right? Without the people, this is nothing, in it.
Yeah, it's a bit like being a football fan, right? We can't. Otherwise, it's just me and Sarah talking to each other on our own. Like this is,
which we still enjoy.
Well, yes. And to be fair,
but to have the comments and the interaction and stuff is really, and the debate.
Yeah, and to be fair, that's why we started it, right? That's why I started it. And I genuinely didn't care if I was just talking to myself. It was a way of sorting out my mental health, right?
That's just reminded me of something else.
And actually, what we've done is grow a little community in the last 12 months of people that are like-minded, right? And we don't have to agree all the time. That's fine. But on a whole, it's kind of, I think I'd like to say we're the most authentic channel that I know out there.
Well, I was talking to Sam from the Villa Park podcast.
Yes, Sam Wise. You've got my award still, mate. Can you please send it back?
He's so lovely. Just makes you feel so comfortable in his company.
He is. He's a good guy.
Such a good lad.
Sam and Rich, big shout out to you guys, because you've been really supportive for the channel, and I was on their podcast last week.
They're as authentic as you.
Yeah, they are fabulous.
They're absolutely fantastic. And meeting Sam before the game on Thursday and Eve as well. Eve, go and follow these people, because they're absolutely fantastic content creators, if you're not already, which you probably are.
Yeah.
But meeting the content creators before the game, it feels like you've got a community within a community now.
Yeah.
And it's just lovely. Nick as well. We met Nick off calls me Mrs. Mateta.
Yeah.
It's just such a lovely community of Villa fans that aren't hateful. Authenticity is really, really important. But also, none of the hate. You can have debate, and you have plenty of it. And people come at you for
my opinions. They do.
For your opinions, especially on Watkins, which are wrong. But anyway, you can have a you can have a healthy debate and still be friends afterwards.
Oh, 100%.
We've lost the art of that, I think, in this country, especially with the way the political world is right now. But
and social media, because people put comments out there, and I think what we try and do is, or what I try and do, particularly on TikTok Live, is drag in the negative comments and dig a little bit deeper into the person that's left it, right?
Yeah.
And most of the time they run away.
Hence S.O.T.V.
Yeah, and they run away. But occasionally you get responses, and then you drive debate, and it's all part of, And
then they go, I just wanted a rise out of you, mate. It's all good. I'm only joking.
Yeah,
it's just bants.
But then they keep coming back. I get so many opposing fans come on my TikTok Live. It's weird, right? But it also, in a great way, everyone's welcome. And the point is, it's trying to grow something that's authentic and real, and where people can be themselves and feel safe. So it's just because you've got a difference of opinion, you're not going to get. Well, you might get shut down, but we'll talk about it.
But there's two more things to cover for me. Right.
Yeah, you go, girl.
So number one, Tommy Tuchel, what are you doing?
Hang on, why are we going into international waters? What's going on?
You got to sign Ollie.
You can't sign Ollie.
You got to call him up.
Yeah. Sign him.
Sign him.
We're going to sign him for England. Sorry.
We're going to sign him for England. All right, I'm new to football. Shut up. I meant call him up. Right.
Sorry.
Tommy Tuchel. You need to watch this podcast and listen to me.
I'm sure he will.
Ollie deserves a second look. Right. Second. Villa Park. What are you doing?
Oh, okay. I know where we're going with this. Yes.
Villa Park. What are you doing? Yes. You've sold 4,000 tickets in the warehouse for the final. Brilliant. You've got 30,000 season ticket holders. What are you doing with the rest of them? Because they can't all go to Istanbul like this twat. Can they? Hey?
I mean, I understand the sentiment. That felt a little bit harsh, being called a twat, but I mean, she's not wrong, right? So...
Brothers in claret and blue.
Yeah. So basically, if those of you who don't follow the Brothers in Claret and Blue, go and do that. They're on TikTok and various other social media channels. They are trying to get Villa Park open. They've started a petition. I can exclusively reveal today that they are going to meet people at Villa Park today to see if they can get this done.
You can reveal that, can you?
Yeah, I can't. I don't know the information, but they've got a meeting. They've managed to get a meeting with the people at Villa Park, and let's see what comes of that, because they're absolutely right that, like, if you're not going to Istanbul or the warehouse, they're going to be. And yes, you could probably go to a few pubs. I know Witten Arms and the Villa pubs will probably put it on.
A whole ground with 40,000 seats. What do you mean you're not going to let people in and show it?
So
Villa Park.
And the reason behind that is that they're stating is because the work for the demolition of the North Stand
Fuming.
is supposed to start right after. But
it's Europa League.
Okay, right, I'm with you. Right, calm down. Right,
they've only got to wait 5 days.
Could they not wait 5 days and not and don't use the North Stand? Right, just have it in 3 stands.
The North Stand all year anyway.
I know, but they're redeveloping it. Like, it's like you can't.
Fuming.
Anyway, right.
So what's that get left behind?
Wouldn't it be great, right, for the club to do that, even if it's in the Doug Ellis, Holt End, and the Trinity Road, right? Close the North Stand and get arguably 35,000 fans the opportunity to all watch it together at Villa Park, right? Make it a massive social media event. For those of you who are not going to Villa Park, to Istanbul, that would be amazing.
Imagine the atmosphere.
It'd be monumental, because they can't do it anywhere in the city, because you will get knobheads come and ruin it. Blues fans will come and ruin it. We've already seen stuff happening in Birmingham this week. That's event, and there's just, you can't always live in the football bubble. So come on, Villa Park, right? Make it happen. I think it would be a great idea. The revenue you get from that, even if you charge people 10 quid a ticket, do you know what I mean? They'll pay it. You could probably charge more. I don't know. But either way, it would be great. So
the warehouse tickets get you a free drink this time?
I don't know.
Because they did before.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, no, the Forest game was good.
Yeah, it was. Well, it wasn't.
Well,
it was.
No, the event was good. The Forest game was shit. But look, anyway, I'm going to do a TikTok.
It's a great space, though. Well done, Villa Park, on that.
I'm going to do a video about Brothers in Claret and Blue and what they're doing. Because like I said, I'm privileged. I've managed to get a ticket. I'm going to Istanbul.
You're not privileged.
I am privileged. But
privileged to have the wife you've got as well.
No, I'll get to you. Can I just finish my fucking point? Jesus Christ. You're as bad as that Kate from Sky Sport.
That's it.
You
have no idea.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if they could get this off the ground? Because for those, we are in a privileged position, and ultimately we want the Villa family to be together, right? And I think this is our biggest game in 30 years. So let's make it happen.
You think it is?
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, thank you, Kate. I'm in for it. I'm going in. So let's get behind the Brothers in Claret and Blue. I have signed the petition. I will link it in the bio to this when this goes live. So go and sign it, and let's get behind them, and let's make Villa stand up and take note and get something going. And let's celebrate this final together, and let's bring that European trophy back to Villa Park. Because despite the negativity that I sometimes possess, it's only because I'm super passionate and want this team to be the most successful it can be. Right? And this is the moment. It has to be the moment. It just has to be the moment.
I'm telling you, McKinn's bringing that trophy back.
I believe him.
I'm telling you.
I believe him.
He's going to do it.
I do think we're going to do it.
It's not going to be easy. They're seventh in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
And they're fighting for a Champions League place.
There you go. See? It's not. We've got to turn up. Look, if the team turn up like we did against Forest, we will win that game.
Emery, change nothing. Do you understand me? Change nothing.
Yeah, he won't see this, but I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Doesn't he watch you either?
I don't think he does.
Not Tommy Tuchel.
He should. No.
Never mind.
He might do to laugh at me.
Prince William. I bet Prince William does. Hi, Prince William.
She's got a type, right? Papa's got her head like a ping pong ball.
Hi, Princey.
Princey.
on, do it. Right, let's wrap this up.
Right, let's wrap this up. Yes, we've been going for 35 minutes. Look, it's been an emotional roller coaster of a week. It's been an emotional roller coaster of a season.
You know what?
It's been an emotional roller coaster of a season. I knew what I was saying.
You keep calling me Kate. Maybe I'll flip the script on that.
Her head's gone to a place you do not want to know, right? And yes, it's fair to say I was bitterly disappointed by yesterday's result, but it means nothing now. Now we have to dust ourselves off. We have to get something against Liverpool on Friday, our final home game of the season. So, villains, come on. It's an 8:00 kickoff again. Let's bring the noise like we did for that Thursday game, because we need to cheer them over the line. Because if we can beat Liverpool, that would be a great way of getting into, to the build up to the Europa League, I guess. Right? It was not ideal. I would have liked to have rest players, but in Emery we trust. Maybe it's all part of the master plan. At the end of the day, we might still get away with not winning a game and still finishing fifth. But Brighton and Bournemouth can catch us. So we are now relying on other teams, which disappoints me.
So they need a rest for? There's only 3 games to do.
Right, exactly. Right, that's my sentiments.
Millions.
And they're professional athletes. Right.
Rest them. Poor lads. Let's give them a rest.
Oh,
remember,
that's from Thursday.
Anxiety makes you suffer twice.
Wise words.
Don't let it in.
So I will see you at Villa Park on Friday. And for those of you going to Istanbul, I'll hopefully see you out there. Hopefully we can all get together and make some wonderful content and kind of promote this like it should do and get everyone together and bring that trophy home. I will be back later on in the week with the Liverpool preview, hoping to get a Liverpool fan on to talk about that. And then James will be back for the post-match of the Liverpool stuff as he is away and missing the Liverpool game, which is our final home game of the season.
Question. How come when James is on holiday, he becomes this like really present husband and father?
Yeah.
And when we go on holiday, you're like, well, where's the best Wi-Fi and what time can I do that pod and where can I watch that game and blah, blah, blah.
Because you're an amazing wife who...
He has an amazing wife too.
But then help me.
I'm for it.
Let me know in the comments.
Just giving you grief.
So it turns out that I might not be around for the Man City game. Right?
You will. You will. I'll be there too in the background with my Vino.
Yes.
Or Vimto.
And you're part of it. This is
Valium.
Beautiful. And this has been a very good second performance on the pod.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So again,
thanks for having me.
Final thing, make sure you hit that like, hype and subscribe button if you've made it here to 38 minutes. And we'll see you on the next one. And as always, every week we follow the boys in claret and blue. Peace.